Hey y'all, welcome to B's Intuition. I'm B and I'm back with another general collective energy message. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I do cuss and I do tell the truth, so if you don't like either one of the two, then you probably should move on. I've already prayed over the cards and the energy, so we're just going to hop in and get this message. Please remember to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe, especially to those of you that are viewing the channel but have not yet subscribed. You don't want to miss out on the messages that God has for you. Also, please remember to take what resonates only and leave the rest for whoever it's for. Every message will not be your message. So, with that being said, y'all, let's hop in. Hope you guys had a happy Mother's Day. Hope you guys are having a blessed Monday. So somebody is about to get some proof about something. This could be proof, about that somebody, could be pregnant. This could be, like somebody, feeling like, they're pregnant. They could be having all the symptoms of, like them being pregnant. And then, like they finally take a test or they finally, like go to the doctor, and yeah, they get proof, that, like they're pregnant. It's giving me, like a confirmation as well. I've been picking up on, like a lot of confirmations here lately. So that could be, what could be taking place for somebody. But I feel like somebody's about to receive some type of proof. This could be, some type of proof when it comes to themselves, when it comes to other people, when it comes to something, that could be taking place at work. So let's just hop in and see what's going on. Holy Spirit. This is something that somebody, could have prayed for or prayed about, because that's what I just heard. The control card came out. It came out in the reverse. So somebody, definitely could be, like taking, like their power back. This is what it's giving me. Because the hand usually controls the yo-yo, but I mean, yeah. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like, this could be, like somebody, just giving, like their burdens, and their stress to the Most High God. And so, the Most High God could be about to, prove to somebody, that all you had to do, was give me your burdens and your stress, and I'll take care of everything. So, I feel like somebody, just needs to know that. But somebody definitely, could be taking their power back for sure. This could be, from people, places, and things, Definitely a person or some people. Give me another one. Yeah, the gang's all here. So, yeah, somebody, could be taking their power back from people in general, These could be people, that could be around somebody and, like somebody, could be about to receive some proof about these people in order for somebody to make a decision, to, like, take their power back when it comes to these people. It's giving me, it's giving me, realization. Somebody, could be getting, like a wake-up call or something like that. So, like something could happen to where, like somebody realizes, what needs to be done, what they need to do. Wow. Give me another one. Yeah, something is going to be uncovered. It came out in the reverse. I don't know if y'all seen it, but it came out in the reverse. But something definitely is going to be uncovered. It could be something, that somebody or some people don't want to be uncovered. Wow. I don't know. I'm picking up like a fight energy as well. So just be aware. Because this is like, like a lot of people jumping into something. Be aware, if like jumping into something too quick or, like jumping into, like other people's, like situations and things of that nature is also what I'm picking up. But it's something about, energy. Somebody, could be not only taking their power back, but they could be taking, like their energy back, or they, could be, like cutting cords, from people. Releasing people, people, there could be people, that somebody has already released, that's no longer allowed in somebody's energy. And so I feel like that whoever those people are, I feel like that they're still trying to, like be in somebody's energy. So Something definitely, yeah, could take place when it comes to those people that, you know, like refuse, you know, like want to stay attached to somebody's energy after, you know, they've been released, or after, you know, like they were told, you know, to, you know, exit stage left. Wow, being kicked to the curb. So yeah, there are some people that definitely, yeah, could be, you know, like getting kicked to the curb. But I don't know why I'm picking up on this fighting energy. So just be aware. Or there could be, you know, like a lot of people, you know, they could be, you know, like fighting behind the scenes. This could have something to do with something, you know, like being uncovered. But somebody definitely, yeah, could be getting kicked to the curb, you know, like, so somebody, you know, could, you know, go through a breakup or something like that. But I feel like it's a lot of people that, yeah, like, are getting kicked out of somebody's energy. There could be a lot of people that live under the same roof that could be getting kicked out of a home. But yeah, somebody definitely, yeah, could be taking their power back. They definitely, yeah, could be realizing it's time. Why is this the games on here? Yeah, somebody definitely, yeah, could be freeing themselves. Somebody's first, middle, last name could start with an F. Somebody definitely, yeah, could, you know, like, could be releasing some type of energy. So this is like, you know, like somebody cleansing their energy, or somebody, you know, like doing some type of, you know, like spiritual ritual or something, you know, to like release some energy. Or maybe, you know, like that's what somebody needs to do, you know. Maybe somebody needs to go get a massage, or, you know, like go, you know, like, yeah, do some type of self-care, or, you know, like pamper themselves. It's giving me, you know, like, yeah, taking, you know, like somebody taking their power back, you know, and yeah, like, putting it, you know, into themselves. Somebody's definitely, yeah, about to be free of some type of energy. So if there are people, you know, projecting some type of energy, you know, somebody's definitely, yeah, getting ready to be free from that energy. Why is this being uncovered here? We got the gift. So there definitely, yeah, could be, you know, like somebody, you know, could discover, you know, like that they have some type of spiritual gift. Somebody definitely, yeah, is free to use, you know, like their spiritual gift. So this is like, you know, maybe somebody, you know, didn't know, you know, that they, you know, could use their spiritual gift in the way that they're supposed to use it. So somebody, you know, could receive some type of confirmation about that as well. It's giving me, you know, like confirmation. That's what it's really giving me. But yeah, somebody definitely, yeah, could be an energy reader out here. So somebody, you know, could be picking up on, you know, like some type of energy, or somebody has already picked up on the energy. And so, yeah, like somebody would be freeing themselves, you know, somebody would be cleansing, you know, their energy, their environment, doing whatever they need to do, you know, like to free themselves, or that's what somebody needs to do. Why is this being kicked to the curb? There definitely could be somebody that wants to bring a gift to somebody. Maybe somebody, yeah, somebody possibly, you know, wants to ask for forgiveness. But I feel like the best thing for somebody to do is just to ask for forgiveness. You know, like, don't try to bring a gift, you know, to try to, you know, like make it lighter, or, you know, well, I bought you a gift, so, you know, this, you know, like should suffice for, you know, like what I've did, you know. Somebody definitely, yeah, could like to buy love out here. Yeah. And it could be because somebody's in a jam. Somebody's first, middle, last name could start with a G or a J. Somebody definitely, yeah, could try to put somebody in a jar as well. If that's the case, yeah, I feel like that, like, yeah, like some energy is, you know, like somebody's energy could be being restored. But I feel like whoever put somebody in a jar, I feel like it's sucks to be them. I wouldn't want to be them. Because I feel like whoever this is, you know, they could have tried to put somebody in a jar. Like, they didn't know who they were trying to, who they tried to put in a jar. Wow. Somebody definitely is about to get jammed up. For sure. Or they are already, yeah, like jammed up. Why is this freedom here? Yeah, 10 of Wands. Somebody definitely, yeah, is about to be free of, yeah, some burdens. But somebody definitely, yeah, could be hiding behind, you know, like some stuff, some actions that they took against somebody. So y'all see how that person is like trying to hide their face. So that could be, you know, some proof that somebody, you know, receives, you know. But yeah, like somebody's trying to hide behind some actions. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be trying to, you know, like, yeah, like hide the fact that they, you know, did whatever they did. This is like somebody, you know, trying to bring a gift, like I said, you know, thinking that, yeah, like that's going to suffice for, you know, like all these actions, you know, like that they took against somebody. We have the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. So somebody definitely, yeah, could be operating, you know, in this High Priestess energy. The gift with the High Priestess, yeah, somebody's gifted out here. I definitely do feel like, you know, that there's somebody, you know, that, yeah, like they've been, you know, like operating, you know, like in this High Priestess energy. And of course, you know, it hasn't been, you know, like the easiest thing to do. You know, when we have spiritual gifts, you know, and we do the work of the Most High God, of course, you know, we get attacked. Of course, you know, we go through, you know, a lot of stuff, you know, more than, you know, other people. And so I feel like that, you know, like somebody, you know, could be about to be free of some stuff. This could be free of some people, you know, that were, you know, like projecting some type of negative energy. Why is this gift here? Yeah, there it goes. 5 of Wands. I knew I was picking up on, yeah, fighting. Yeah, it's a lot of fire out here. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. I feel like, yeah, like, whatever, you know, some people, you know, have done, because it's a lot of people out here now. Whatever some people have done, yeah, they're in a jam now, or they're about to be. Wow. There definitely, yeah, could be some people that could be fighting, you know, like over a gift. I feel like this could be a physical gift, so this could be like a home. So going back to, you know, like a lot of people living in the same home, you know, could be getting kicked out of a home, you know, but they could be, you know, like literally fighting over the home. You know, this could be, yeah, like people, you know, like fighting over somebody's spiritual inheritance as well, is what I'm picking up. Or even, you know, like a physical inheritance. Why is this gem here? Nine of Cups. Wish fulfillment. I feel like, yeah, some drama's over. If there has been, you know, like some drama going on, you know, whether somebody, you know, like knows it or not, because for somebody, yeah, this drama, you know, is going on behind somebody's back, but it definitely, yeah, pertains to somebody. I feel like yeah, like it's over. Wow, somebody definitely, yeah, could be about to be, you know, like free of some type of sickness, you know, like free of, you know, like being, feeling like, you know, that they, you know, are being, you know, like left out. That could be what somebody finds out, proof about, that they've been left out of something, you know, that they were supposed to be a part of. Wow. Somebody definitely, yeah, is sick. Somebody could have something going on, you know, with like their male part, you know, their beefcake. But you have all these people with these little wands, and here comes this big wand. But if you see, it's a hand, you know, like the hand of God on this wand. So I feel like somebody definitely needs to know that, yeah, the Most High God has, you know, his hand, you know, in, you know, whatever's going on. But at the same time, I feel like there are people that definitely, yeah, they're about to have to pay, or they're about to have to answer to something. This could be, yeah, to the Most High God himself. Wow. Why is this freedom here with this this 10 of Wands? Yeah, spilling the beans. Somebody's been burdened so heavily by, yeah, like some secrets. Somebody definitely, yeah, there could be some secrets that could be, yeah, being revealed. The cat definitely, yeah, could be let out of the bag. And it definitely is about, yeah, like an untrustworthy person. Or somebody, you know, like, yeah, they're about to get proof of, yeah, like some untrustworthy person or people. You know, and so, yeah, like those people, you know, yeah, somebody would cut them off. Somebody, you know, would remove them from their energy. But there definitely, yeah, could be something being uncovered, for sure. The gift with the Five of Wands. That could be why some people, you know, could be, yeah, like fighting. Fighting amongst, you know, each other. Fighting, you know, yeah, like arguing, fighting behind somebody's back. But we got frenemy. So, yeah, there's a frenemy out here. So somebody just needs to be aware. Y'all see that person standing behind that person like, yeah, I'm about to get you. So somebody definitely, yeah, needs to know that, yeah, somebody's untrustworthy. This could be the person, you know, that could be in a jam. Or these could be, you know, like some people that could be in the jam. But somebody's also about to receive some proof that, yeah, like somebody's a friend of me, you know, yeah, like some people are fake friends, they're two-faced. Yeah, there's some people that have some type of hidden intentions. So somebody just needs to be aware. This could be, you know, when it comes to, you know, like communication. There definitely, yeah, could be, you know, like some people, you know, communicating with somebody behind their back, you know, like on a group chat or something like that. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be, could receive, yeah, like some type of, some messages. So this could be, text messages, emails, and things of that nature. Somebody could receive, you know, like some DMs, you know, or, you know, something like that on social media. Why is this jam with this Nine of Cups here? Yeah, somebody's hard working out here. Yeah, but what? Because on this card it says bees. What do bees make? Honey. So somebody, yeah, somebody's doing what they're supposed to be doing. You know, whatever somebody's creating, you know, yeah, they're supposed to be creating it. You know, somebody definitely needs to know that they're on the right path. There could be some people, you know, that like somebody, you know, is like respected, or, you know, like somebody, you know, yeah, like has grown, or, you know, like somebody's sustaining life. And so there could be, yeah, like some people that could be in a jam. Be aware of, yeah, like these people knowing, you know, that somebody, you know, is growing, or somebody, you know, is, yeah, has, you know, like some type of respect, or is sustaining life and things of that nature. Because, yeah, there's some people that have hidden intentions when it comes to, yeah, like somebody's growth. Somebody could be puzzled about, yeah, like somebody knowing some stuff. There's also somebody or some people that, yeah, like can be conflicted. Be aware of being, yeah, like that conflicted person, going back to, yeah, like, you know, people, you know, still, you know, attached to somebody's energy, you know, like somebody's conflicted when it comes, you know, to like cutting the cord on these people. Why is spilling the beans here? Yeah, we got a home. So something about, yeah, a home. Or something about, yeah, some property. Wow. We got swept up. It's a lot of fire. Definitely, yeah, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. But somebody definitely, yeah, could reveal, you know, like some secrets to, you know, like somebody or some people. And I feel like yeah, like those people, and it don't necessarily have to be secrets. This could just be, you know, like how somebody feels. So somebody, you know, could be head over heels in love, you know, but then, yeah, like they tell somebody or some people that they can trust. And so, yeah, because those people don't want somebody to be happy, because those people don't want somebody to grow, or, you know, like be respected or whatever have you, then they, yeah, like do stuff behind the scenes, you know, to stop it. Wow. They're definitely, yeah, it's a friend involved, or a so-called friend that's involved. There could be a so-called friend, you know, that could be trying to tell somebody, you know, that like they're so in love with them, but I feel like whoever this is, they have hidden intentions. Somebody, you know, could be considered as the black sheep. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be, you know, like defying, you know, like the norms, you know. So somebody, you know, doesn't conform, you know, to, yeah, societal norms. Why is it spraying me here? Somebody definitely, yeah, could be living on the street. But I feel like there's going back to, like the cat's out of the bag. I feel like something is circulating, like around, so yeah, the streets could be talking, the neighborhood could be talking, the workplace could be talking. I feel like they definitely could be talking about somebody for sure. Yeah, the black sheep still at the bottom of the deck, and we done shuffled it. Somebody could play basketball, or somebody likes basketball. Somebody definitely could be into sports betting. But yeah, there's a game player out here. But with this 9 of Cups and with this this ball, this is giving me, the ball being in somebody's court. But there definitely could be somebody or some people that could be dropping the ball, or there could so life could be lifing on somebody right now. And so, there's somebody that calls themselves a friend or a family member to somebody that definitely, could be talking about somebody behind their back, So life is life, and, we're humans, we can't control everything. Maybe that's what's going on, going back to the beginning of the message, Somebody, has given all their burdens and, freed themselves of their burdens and their stress when it comes to, giving it to the Most High God. But there could be people that's like, well, they, they missed, a payment on, their home, and, they're dropping the ball. They're not handling business, but somebody definitely is handling business. But somebody definitely needs to know that the ball is in their court. But the last message that we had, was talking about the ball being in somebody's court. Somebody also needs to know that self-care isn't selfish. So I don't know who needs to hear that, but self-care isn't selfish at all. Yeah, there definitely could be some type of karmic cycle, that could be ending. There could be, like a new spiritual gateway that could be opening up to somebody. And so somebody definitely needs to know, not to reconnect with the disconnected. So there's some people that are disconnected from the Most High God, disconnected from who they are, disconnected, from they're from the truth. There definitely are some people in this situation. We got the 5 of Wands. I picked up on, fighting energy, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, there's some people that, they're dropping the ball, or they've dropped the ball when it comes to their life, when it comes to, somebody. So there could be somebody or some people, that, they know that they dropped the ball with somebody. And so they possibly, want to reconnect with somebody. So I feel like somebody just needs to be aware. Somebody definitely, could just try to reveal some stuff to somebody just to reconnect with somebody. Somebody definitely needs to know that they could build a house out of all the bricks that these people threw at somebody. Somebody's stirring up a hornet's nest out here. There definitely could be somebody that definitely could be acting like that, like they're head over heels for somebody, but this could just be it's giving me beneficial. It's giving me opportunist. So whoever that person is, they could be stirring up a hornet's nest, but I feel like it's multiple people. It could be different people that could be stirring up a hornet's nest. They could be stirring up a hornet's nest because they could be trying to infiltrate, somebody's dreams and somebody's energy. But that's what we was picking up on is, some people, in somebody's energy. So, somebody needs to know that the ball is in their court. But at the same time, with, some people stirring up a hornet's nest, This is like yeah, like people, like yeah, like they don't see this coming. It's like people, playing, like with a hornet's nest, but they think it's a termite mound, or they think it's hornets that don't sting and woo woo yada yada. Yeah, they just don't know that. Yeah, they about to get stung. Uh huh. Yeah, be aware of people using some type of emotional blackmail, or people, like trying to guilt trip, or yeah, be aware of, like yeah, like somebody, trying to, like, or people, like trying to trauma bond with somebody as well. Mm-hmm. Somebody definitely, yeah, could blow, like a situation out of proportion by trying to, yeah, like emotionally blackmail somebody. So somebody, yeah, they can pick up on the energy. If somebody, is an energy reader, they can pick up on it. They know when, like, somebody's trying to emotionally blackmail them. They know when somebody's trying to, yeah, play with them. Yeah, it's time to play ball. So for somebody, yeah, somebody possibly, yeah, could have been fighting, with the, yeah, going back to conflicted, fighting, with, within themselves, trying to figure out, if this person is a friend of me, if this person really loves me, or woo woo yada yada. And I feel like somebody's about to get proof. Mm-hmm. But yeah, there definitely, yeah, somebody or some people that, yeah, could be trying to infiltrate somebody's dreams and energy. Yep. This is also too, like people trying to infiltrate somebody's dreams. Yeah, like when somebody's sleeping, but at the same time, it's giving me, like, yeah, like while somebody, is in the process of creating, going towards their dreams, So yeah, people, like trying to get in the way, trying to be distractions, yeah, like, yeah, like whatever actions, that they, have taken, yeah, to like infiltrate somebody's dreams. I feel like that, yeah, like they don't see this coming. They don't know that they, yeah, stirring up a hornet's nest. Now it ain't no hornets without the stingers. Now it ain't, termites. Now it ain't, no, it's hornets that sting. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the fact of the matter is, like somebody has already learned some type of lesson. So because somebody has learned a lesson, I feel like the ball is in their court. But it goes back to the message the other day when I was talking about, like somebody remaining positive. This could be, yeah, like remaining positive through all the adversity, through all the, yeah, all the stress, all the attacks, all the, everything, yeah. So somebody, has learned a lesson. Somebody has stayed, like positive. And so I feel like, yeah, it's time for a level up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody definitely needs to know that, yeah, haters are fans in denial. And so, and yeah, I feel like that there are some people that are about to, yeah, learn, what the power of discernment does. Mm-hmm. Wow. Somebody definitely, yeah, could have received some bad news. So it goes back to, yeah, somebody receiving text messages, DMs, whatever have you. People definitely, yeah, could be, like they could have proof that, yeah, like somebody's a game player. So yeah, like don't hate the player, hate the game. But I feel like that these people, yeah, like they thought that, like somebody wasn't going, it's kind of like, yeah, people, like doing stuff to somebody, and thinking that, yeah, like nothing is going to happen. But yeah, like somebody doesn't physically, touch these people, but yeah, like somebody definitely, yeah, could pray really, really, really hard, yeah, and yeah, like I feel like somebody's prayers, have been heard. Mm-hmm. We got a cousin, so there's a cousin involved, so there could be a cousin, they could be, like stirring up a hornet's nest. There could be a cousin, that could be untrustworthy. There could be a cousin that definitely, yeah, could be out here, like telling somebody's business and secret, to people. Mm-hmm. Somebody's cousin could be involved with trying to infiltrate somebody's dreams and energy. Or yeah, there's a cousin that, yeah, like that, yeah, like needs to, yeah, like exit stage left, or somebody needs to cut the cord on, on a cousin. But I feel like because, the most high God has their hand in something, this is like, yeah, the most high God, snipping, but yeah, like coming in like, yeah, like a big ass hornet, mm-hmm, on some people. Yep, money don't guarantee happiness. So yeah, somebody likes to buy love out here. Somebody definitely, yeah, could think, that, yeah, like money, can, create, you know, the ultimate happiness. So I feel like somebody definitely, yeah, could be, you know, like, or people, you know, could be about to find out that, yeah, I ain't got no money. You happy now? So there could be somebody or some people that could be losing out here. But somebody definitely, yeah, has already learned some type of lesson when it comes to, yeah, like money. You know, money don't guarantee happiness. So I feel like yeah, like somebody, you know, whether somebody's up or down, yeah, like somebody, you know, is still blessed, you know, to be alive, blessed, you know, to, yeah, have four walls and a roof, you know, around them, blessed, you know, to, yeah, be able to get up and go to work, you know, even though, you know, somebody might, you know, live paycheck to paycheck, at least, you know, like somebody's getting a paycheck. Yeah. This level up definitely has something to do with, yeah, a new spiritual level up. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be, you know, like rebuilding, you know, like their spiritual house. So it goes back to, yeah, that house energy. And so there could be somebody that, yeah, no longer wants to keep a secret. It could be, you know, like whoever this cousin is. For somebody, yeah, like somebody's cousin definitely, yeah, could be, you know, into, you know, like some type of, you know, like dark work. That's for somebody, not everybody. I feel like whoever this is and no longer wants to keep a secret is because, yeah, they're so burdened. You know, yeah, like they could, you know, they could wake up and, you know, like feel like yeah, like they've been stung, you know, by a whole bunch of, you know, yeah, hornets, or, you know, they could wake up, you know, yeah, playing in somebody's energy that they don't know. Yeah, they could wake up, you know, being so drained, while somebody, you know, wakes up, you know, like perfectly fine. You know, there could be people, you know, that, yeah, like they could, you know, like find out, you know, with the action that this person has taken against somebody. And so, yeah, there could be people that don't want to be around this person, or going back to, yeah, arguing and fighting, you know, now because, yeah, this person, you know, could have put them in a jam in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Yeah. Somebody definitely, yeah, disappeared, you know, when somebody needed them. Or it could be, yeah, multiple people, you know, they could have disappeared when somebody needed them. So I feel like yeah, like somebody, you know, has learned a lesson when it comes, you know, like to situations like that. So yeah, like somebody, you know, they've learned to, yeah, like depend on the Most High God. They've learned, you know, to, yeah, you know, they've learned, yeah, a lesson, big lesson. Or they could have learned, somebody, you know, could have learned, you know, like multiple lessons that they needed to learn in order for, yeah, like this level up. Yeah, truth builds bridges, lies burn them. So somebody definitely, yeah, done burned, you know, a bridge with somebody. They know it. They could have burned multiple bridges with other people too. That could be why some arguing and fighting, you know, could be taking place. Wow. Somebody definitely, yeah, could have been trying to discredit somebody's work. So whatever somebody, you know, does for work, you know, whether it be, you know, physical work or spiritual work, yeah, somebody was trying to discredit somebody's work. So we saw the high priestess, you know, yeah, with the Ace of Wands, and yeah, so I feel like that, yeah, like somebody, you know, could be like an energy reader, you know, somebody definitely, yeah, they have spiritual gifts. And I feel like yeah, like somebody definitely, this cousin, you know, could have, yeah, like gathered up people, you know what I mean, to, yeah, like go against somebody in some way, shape, form, or fashion, you know. This could be people, you know, yeah, hiding behind, you know, like accounts, watching somebody, you know. But I feel like, yeah, like there is somebody or some people that know, you know what I mean, that, yeah, like somebody's work speaks for itself. Wow. But I feel like they know it because, yeah, like some stuff, you know, could be, you know, like taking place around these people, you know, yeah, in these people's homes, with these people's kids. They could be losing money, you know, yeah. Their secrets, you know, could be coming out, you know, they could, you know, find out, yeah, like that there's fake ass people around them, all type of stuff. But yeah, there's somebody, whoever this is that yeah, decided to discredit somebody's work. Yeah, they said too much, they did too much, and yeah, they can't take it back. Nope. Wow. Somebody could be in a jam. You know, this could have something to do, you know, with like a legal jam, you know. But we got 5 to 10 years. It came out and fell on the floor. So, you know, like something could have taken place 5 to 10 years ago, you know. And so going back to, somebody thought that, you know, like they weren't, you know, going to get caught, or they weren't going to have to, you know, like pay, you know. This is like, like somebody thinking that karma has a deadline, or karma, you know, needs an address. Yeah, and maybe for the last 5 to 10 years, you know, like somebody, you know, has, has been succeeding at something that, you know, like they want, or, you know, like, like something that they're passionate about. But I feel like somebody definitely, could be in manifestation mode right now. But it's kind of too like, whoever this is that said too much, did too much, and they can't take it back. Well, they're about to, you know, receive some consequences, and they're about to watch, like somebody, you know, like manifest something. And whatever it is, somebody, you know, has earned, you know, everything that they're about to receive. But I feel like that, whoever this is, you know, the actions that they took against somebody, it's because they know that, like somebody, you know, work speaks for itself. And so these people, so somebody could be an energy reader, you know, somebody, you know, could be a psychic or whatever have you. And whoever these people are, they wanted a secret to remain hidden. Somebody definitely could be scared, you know, that, their secret is about to be revealed, you know, that, like they're about to be put on Front Street. And they probably are. So now, you know, the person that wants a secret to remain hidden, they possibly, they know that they can no longer keep this secret. But I'm also picking up too that, there could be some people, you know, because it's 5 of Wands, it's multiple people that, they want a secret to remain hidden. But whoever this is, this could be a cousin, this could be a friend of me, you know, whoever this is, I feel like that they're getting hit. They're getting hit by, like whatever backfire or whatever, boomeranged on these people. They can't take it no more. Somebody's out here seeking balance instead of extremes. So this is like, somebody, you know, knowing that people talking, knowing that people taking actions against them, you know, but somebody just prays, you know, somebody just, depends on the Most High God, you know, to, like handle their enemies. There could be some people, you know, that could be trying to, they could be making it worse. So, you know, some people, you know, there's somebody that no longer wants to keep a secret hidden, so they could be arguing, you know, with the people, you know, that, want to keep the secret hidden. And these people, you know, because they wanted to remain hidden, they, you know, try to infiltrate somebody's dreams, or trying to infiltrate somebody's energy, you know, just to, try to stop, you know, like a secret from, you know, like being revealed. There's also somebody that, you know, could be daydreaming, you know, about, you know, like a different life. And I feel like that, like somebody, you know, is about to receive, like a different life. But somebody definitely needs to know that, independence is a powerful trait. So somebody, you know, could work independently, you know, like somebody, the black sheep. So people, you know, purposely, tried to, you know, like isolate somebody, or people purposely, could have, you know, like treated somebody a certain type of way. Because, like they didn't fit in. Yep, so we got incoming message. So somebody definitely, could receive some type of message. It could be from somebody that life is regressing. Somebody's life is regressing out here. And they're in a jam. It could be multiple people, you know, that you know, could be in a jam. But so somebody definitely, could, you know, like message somebody, you know, to like uncover some stuff. Uncover, you know, like a secret. We got a Scorpio, a Pisces, or a Cancer. So there's a Scorpio, a Pisces, or a Cancer that's involved. Somebody, you know, could receive a message, from a Scorpio, a Pisces, or a Cancer. Wow. I feel like like somebody definitely, has learned some type of lesson. When it comes to, like somebody or some people, or there's some people that are about to learn a lesson. Somebody definitely, could try to, you know, like message somebody because they know that, like somebody, you know, could have, you know, like they're gonna get some type of undisclosed information. So this is, you know, like so this is like you know, like going back to like the secret. somebody knows that somebody's gonna, it's gonna be revealed to somebody. Somebody knows that, yeah, like somebody's gonna figure it out. So I feel like that somebody's like, well, why are we hiding when we know that they're gonna figure it out? This is kind of like, yeah, people still wanting to discredit somebody's work when, yeah, they know that somebody's work speaks for itself. Somebody, yeah, definitely needs to know that, yeah, there are some people that try to bury somebody. They just didn't know that, yeah, somebody was a seed. There could be some people that literally, yeah, like try to bury somebody, as far as, like harming somebody. But I'm getting, like, yeah, like somebody putting somebody in a jar and then, yeah, like trying to, and then, yeah, like bury the jar in some dirt, Wow. You got a divine masculine. So there's a divine masculine that's involved. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be about to find out, like who their divine masculine is. But there's also somebody that definitely, yeah, they could be stirring up a hornet's nest, because they could be, like trying to. So somebody could be conflicted about, yeah, like if somebody, is like their divine counterpart. But somebody knows what they're doing, like, so somebody, keeps telling somebody, I'm your divine masculine, you're divine feminine, we're supposed to be together, and woo yada yada. And yeah, like, there's somebody that, yeah, like they didn't know that they were stirring up a hornet's nest when they were playing, yeah. Like, you can't play with everything. You can't play with everybody, And so, yeah, like if you're, trying to emotionally blackmail or manipulate somebody, to believe that, like they're, that you're their divine counterpart, that would be, yeah, like distracting this person from, yeah, like being able to go towards their real divine counterpart, or distracting this person from being on their path and woo yada yada. So just be aware of, yeah, somebody trying to use, like, yeah, like the bait and switch tactic on somebody, bait somebody in to switch up on them. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be trying to get somebody's attention. So be aware. And they're definitely, yeah, somebody that sat back and watched somebody suffer. And whoever it is, that sat back and watched somebody suffer or whatever, yeah, like they thought that they could outsmart somebody. So it goes back to, yeah, the power of discernment. Yeah. So there definitely, yeah, could be somebody or some people that refuse to believe that somebody's a divine being out here. So there could be, yeah, somebody, could get some proof, So it could be a divine masculine, that gets some proof, about, yeah, like somebody really being a divine being, So there could be a so-called divine masculine, that, yeah, they refuse to believe that somebody's a divine being. It could be multiple people, So, yeah, like they trying to, they don't believe, that, yeah, like, there's piranha in the lake, and then they go stick their toe in the lake, and so, yeah, they toe get ate off, But you were already told, or yeah, like you already, it could have been a sign that said piranhas, don't get in the water or whatever, But yeah, like somebody didn't pay attention. Somebody definitely, yeah, could possibly wasn't paying attention to the signs. Wow. What else is going on, Holy Spirit? Yes, somebody or some people definitely, yeah, spoke too soon. So there could be people, that, yeah, like the actions, that they took, against somebody, they possibly thought that, yeah, it was going to take somebody out, or it's going to take somebody down. And maybe it was supposed to. Yeah. But these are the same people that refuse to believe that somebody, yeah, is a divine being out here. So, yeah, these people spoke too soon. You could be saying the angel number 211, but, yeah, some spiritual helpline. Yeah, 24/7. Yeah, 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Yeah, somebody's spiritual team, is, yeah, there for them. But this is simple, yeah, but this is a simple prayer, So somebody, could have, yeah, put out a simple prayer, or, somebody could have just been, like praying, period, But, yeah, I feel like, yeah, somebody needs to know that their prayers are definitely being heard. Yep. And, yeah, the streets are talking. We got a father. So somebody's father could be involved. Or somebody's baby father could be involved. The streets definitely, yeah, could be talking about somebody's, you know, like father. But we got a cousin. So something about, yeah, family members. Yeah, we got no more drama. So yeah, the drama is over. And there could be many inconsistent stories, you know, that, yeah, the streets could be talking about. So, you know, like people saying that somebody dropped the ball, you know, or somebody's dropping the ball when it comes to their life, you know, but yeah, like that's not true. So there could be, you know, yeah, so some people, you know, with this many inconsistent stories could be like, well, they're doing, you know, they're doing good, you know, people, you know, that, yeah, they don't have no dog in the fight, but then, yeah, like there could be other people, you know, like, no, they're doing bad, their life is regressing, you know, yada, yada, blase, you know, ain't no telling, yeah, what these people, you know, are saying. But yeah, I feel like, but if somebody, you know, has fallen in love, I feel like like there's somebody that knows it. The streets definitely, yeah, could be talking. So somebody, you know, could try to, yeah, so it could be like an ex, you know, that could try to, yeah, like, they could try to, you know, like get somebody, you know, somebody that's a so-called friend, you know, to reach out to somebody, you know, to, yeah, try to get some information or whoop-de-whoop, yada, yada. So just be aware. Yeah, there could be multiple people, you know, that want somebody to be the past version of themselves. So yeah, somebody has grown, you know. Maybe, you know, like somebody, you know, they did drop the ball, you know, back in the day, you know, when they, yeah, were operating in their south node. So there could be some people that, yeah, could be receiving some karma. I feel like like somebody definitely, yeah, has, you know, like paid off their karmic debt. For sure. There could be some people, you know, that, yeah, they try to bury somebody, you know, they just didn't know somebody was a seed, yeah. They definitely, yeah, could be, you know, like trying to, you know, like kick some karma, you know, or trying to, yeah, like get rid of some karma. So this would be, yeah, like people thinking that they could bring a gift, you know, to, yeah, thinking that that's going to suffice, you know, for, yeah, like, well, if I bring this gift, you know, I won't receive, you know, like this karma, or, yeah, like everything will just, you know, go back to normal, you know, I'll get my job back, I'll get my home back. Wow, somebody, yeah, definitely could be a criminal out here. Yeah, karma is justice is what I just heard. So somebody, you know, could have done some type of, you know, something, you know, like criminal, you know, to somebody, you know. Somebody could have committed some type of crime against somebody, you know, and yeah, like they could be receiving karma, you know, maybe, you know, like they didn't get locked up for it, or, you know, yeah, you know. But yeah, like somebody could be getting karma for it. Somebody, you know, could have been getting karma for the last 5 to 10 years, you know. Or that could be, you know, like something that, yeah, like somebody's about to go through karma, you know, nothing but karma for the next 5 to 10 years. But yeah, we have a power trip. So somebody definitely, yeah, on a power trip. Somebody definitely, yeah, could have, you know, when somebody decided to put somebody in a jar or whatever they did, you know, bury somebody, woo yada yada, yeah, they were on a power trip. So they wanted to control somebody. Only to find out that, yeah, like somebody is in control. The ball is in, yeah, the person's court that they, you know, were trying to control. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be receiving some type of karma, you know, for, yeah, like repeatedly entering into toxic cycles as well. Yeah, there's some people that definitely, yeah, could have pointed, you know, like the finger in the wrong direction. So they definitely, yeah, could have, you know, like could have blamed somebody for something, you know, that, yeah, like somebody didn't have, you know, any dealings with. But this is also too, yeah, like people, you know, pointing the finger, you know, somebody's way just to get out of something. Mm. Somebody just needs to be aware, because, yeah, somebody just wants to use somebody. I done saw testify in a case. So something about, yeah, testifying in a case. But we got victory lap. So somebody definitely, yeah, is about to get to take a victory lap. But there's some people that, yeah, they're on a power trip, you know. So yeah, they thought that they were going to get some type of victory. Somebody definitely, yeah, could try to manipulate their way to the top, you know. Or that's what some people said, you know. They said that somebody, you know, manipulated their way to the top. But this is only, yeah, to control the narrative, to get, you know, like their way. There's some people that definitely, yeah, could be trying to, you know, like stop somebody, you know, from you know, like from taking this victory lap. So I feel like somebody definitely is about to find out, you know, who these people are, because, yeah, what's done in the dark comes to the light. So yeah, people can hide, you know, yeah, these people, you know, that so-called friends, so-called family members, you know, yeah, people that have hidden intentions. Yeah, what's done in the dark comes to the light. So I feel like like somebody's about to discover some people's hidden intentions, you know, or they already have, or somebody already has, and yeah, like some people could be scared, you know. So this is like, yeah, people trying to discredit somebody's work, you know, and this could be, yeah, some type of spiritual work that somebody does, you know. But somebody, you know, yeah, they're on the good side. They operate in their north node, you know. They use their gifts, you know, in the way that they're supposed to use them. I don't know. People try to say, you know, that, yeah, like somebody, you know, they're on a power trip, you know, they use these gifts and woo yada yada, but they just don't know, you know, that, yeah, like when it comes to, you know, like information, yeah, like somebody receives the information, yeah, from the spiritual realm, you know. So whatever undisclosed information, you know, that people, you know, could get, yeah, it's because, you know, yeah, like their ancestors, you know, could be, you know, bringing them messages, you know, going back to, yeah, incoming message. So somebody, you know, could receive, you know, like a spiritual download, you know, from, you know, like their ancestors, you know, and it could be, yeah, about what's done in the dark coming to the light. So people, you know, they're abusing their power, woo yada yada. No, there's somebody in this situation that has abused their power. Yep. So because people could literally be finding out what's done in the dark comes to the light, yeah, there's some people that could be outing one another to get out of trouble. Somebody's brother could be involved as well. So yeah, so somebody, you know, could try to reach out to somebody, you know, yeah, well, you know, such and such did it, you know, such and such said it, yeah, but they think that, yeah, like they're gonna get out of trouble. Nah. And again, even if, you know, like, yeah, like some people, you know, don't get locked up, or, you know, yeah, like you know, like you know, like, yeah, like whatever they've done, you know, yeah, they could be receiving karma. But yeah, I feel like that, yeah, like karma, you know, could be, yeah, like hitting somebody or some people really, really bad. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be about to find out some information about, yeah, a court case. Yeah, we got caught in the act. So there could be somebody or some people that, yeah, could be, that, yeah, could get caught in the act. Wow. This could be stealing. This could be, yeah, like abusing power, you know. This could be, yeah, like somebody, you know, at somebody's job, you know. Yeah, they get caught in the act abusing power. This is also too, yeah, the power of discernment. So yeah, like while people, you know, thinking that, yeah, like they can, you know, like get over on somebody, or yeah, like you know, like, yeah, like take actions against somebody, you know, and yeah, like thinking that somebody you know, like don't know. Yeah. So somebody, you know, could have caught people in the act. And maybe, yeah, like somebody's conflicted, you know, with that. So I feel like that, yeah, going back to the beginning of the message, the confirmation and proof. Yeah, somebody's about to receive confirmation or some proof that, yeah, like their spiritual gift works, you know, their intuition is right or whatever. But yeah, those that came against somebody are under judgment. And they're receiving karma. So there could be some people, you know, and it could be multiple people that possibly, yeah, could want to apologize to somebody. But somebody definitely, yeah, has a spiritual ally out here. For somebody, yeah, like the person, you know, that, yeah, like people came against could be somebody's spiritual ally. So there could be people that are mad at the spiritual ally because, you know, yeah, like they're just doing the work, you know. If you really love the Most High, if people really love the Most High God, you know, when they say that they're doing the work of the Most High God, it is of the most, what's the word? The number one priority is the people. You know, we're not only, you know, being given the messages for, you know, like our lives. We're given the messages, you know, to, yeah, like help other people. So with that being said, yeah, so like, you know, somebody, you know, is, yeah, like being a, you know, warning people, you know, telling people to be aware of this or be aware of that. Yeah, that's a part of what somebody's supposed to be doing. Especially, you know, if those people, you know, are, you know, operating, you know, like in their north node and things of that nature. Even if people, you know, are karmics, you know, they can either, you know, like take the warnings, you know, heed to the warnings, you know, and, yeah, change their lives or woo yada yada, or they don't. So, yeah, there's somebody, you know, that, yeah, keeps repeatedly entering into toxic cycles that, yeah, like a spiritual ally could have warned them about doing. So, yeah, now whoever this is, they could be, yeah, like, you know, like questioning the relationships and the associations, you know, that they've created. Be aware of, yeah, like, some people using some fake phone numbers to try to contact somebody, or, yeah, this is something that, you know, like some people have already done. Yep, but there it goes. Karma is justice. So, yeah. We got June. So something, you know, could take place by June. Somebody could be a Gemini or a Cancer. Yeah, there's somebody or some people that definitely, yeah, wanted somebody, you know, to be, yeah, like the past version of somebody. I mean, excuse me, of themselves. But be aware of, yeah, like people trying to use some type of fake phone numbers. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be trying to secretly, you know, like call somebody. But yeah, somebody definitely, yeah, could have became comfortable, you know, with discomfort. So this is like, yeah, like somebody, you know, yeah, like going through whatever they got to go through to, yeah, get to whatever they, you know, need to get to. And so somebody's definitely, yeah, about to be made comfortable in a big way. There definitely, yeah, could be somebody, you know, that could make a secret phone call, you know, on somebody's behalf. But when it comes to, yeah, like, you know, like somebody being conflicted, or, you know, like somebody, you know, wondering, you know, if like what they're discerning is real, or, you know, if their intuition, you know, is telling them the truth. Yeah, somebody needs to know that, yeah, they already know the answer. You could be saying the angel number 777. But yeah, by June, yeah, there could be a blockage that could be being removed. But be aware, because, yeah, like the devil knows when a blessing is coming. So there could be, you know, like some stuff, you know, that could be going on in somebody's life now, you know. And maybe somebody feels like, you know, that they're dropping the ball. Somebody definitely needs to know that, no, you're not dropping the ball. You're on the right path. The devil knows when a blessing is coming. And yeah, the devil definitely, yeah, is watching somebody. But there definitely, yeah, could be people, you know, that could be watching, you know, like somebody, you know, in secret. There definitely, yeah, could be a self-centered prick, you know, they could be watching somebody in secret, because they definitely, yeah, could have, you know, like pushed the self-destruct button. There could be, you know, multiple people, you know, that could be watching somebody in secret. Yeah, there's somebody or some people that want somebody to feel guilty for prioritizing themselves. So this is like, yeah, like somebody, you know, like, yeah, telling people no. You know, somebody, you know, removing people, you know, like out of their life, out of their energy, out of their home, out of, yeah, and yeah, like not feeling no type of ways about it. Anything else? Yeah, but it came right back out. Yeah, there is a blockage that's being removed for sure. Or this could be, you know, blockages. But yeah, by June, yeah, somebody or some people could realize that, yeah, like they, you know, push the self-destruct button. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be already in a relationship, or somebody, you know, was already in a relationship, you know, when they decided, you know, to, yeah, like come towards somebody, you know. So this could be somebody's divine masculine, but yeah, like they had to end the relationship, possibly a toxic one, yeah, and heal from it in order for, yeah, like them to be able to, you know, like come towards, you know, like a divine feminine, or, you know, vice versa. There's also a blockage that could be being removed. It could be, yeah, like some type of codependent relationship or relationships. So yeah, somebody definitely, yeah, push the self-destruct button. Yeah, bad behavior, yeah, brings bad results. So somebody definitely, yeah, could be about to, yeah, like face some type of, you know, like criminal charges or something like that. And for somebody, yeah, the bad behavior that they've done definitely, yeah, could bring a really bad result. That's for somebody. Anything else? Yeah, somebody's spiritual team says yes. And yes, there is a blockage, you know, that's being removed for sure. You could be seeing the angel number 555. But yeah, there's somebody, yeah, or some people that push the self-destruct button. Yeah, they look like a coward. They sound like a coward. Yeah, they're cowards. And whoever these people are, yeah, they set off, yeah, the spiritual alarm. And then it definitely has something to do with, yeah, like trying to infiltrate somebody's dreams and energies. And whoever these people are, yeah, they're in a very dark place. For sure. But guess what? Yeah, somebody's a game player. Yeah, they picked the right person, but yeah, the wrong game. There is somebody or some people that, you know, are under financial stress. But yeah, while somebody else needs to open up, because yeah, here comes the blessings. And yeah, some people are shook out here. There's a Capricorn Aquarius cusper involved. There's a Capricorn Aquarius cusper that definitely, yeah, could be, you know, like watching somebody in secret. That could be one of them, you know, that, yeah, try to discredit somebody's work, you know. That could be one of them, you know, that, yeah, like try to bury somebody, you know. They didn't know somebody was a seed. It could be, you know, like a false flame of somebody's. We got a Gemini, so there's a Gemini involved. We got a Taurus. We got a Capricorn. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be, you know, like coming in as a partner or a companion to somebody, but be aware, you know, of, yeah, like, you know, like people, you know, yeah, like sending, you know, like, false, you know, like lovers somebody's way. Somebody's Chinese zodiac sign could be of a pig. There's also somebody that knows that somebody wants to come towards somebody. I feel like this is, yeah, it could be, you know, like a divine masculine, you know, trying to come toward a divine feminine or vice versa. But yeah, like, one, they possibly, yeah, it's the end of a cycle. So they don't have no business trying to come towards nobody. But two, I don't feel like like the other person, you know, that somebody's trying to come towards, yeah, they don't want that person. They don't care nothing about that person. Or yeah, like somebody gonna have to, you know, yeah, like set somebody straight. Like, nah, hell no. Hell to the no. We got an Aquarius, so yeah, somebody could be a Capricorn Aquarius cusper. We got a dragon, so yeah, somebody's Chinese zodiac sign could be of a dragon. And then we got a soulmate. So something about, yeah, the year of 2024. We got a tiger, so somebody's Chinese zodiac sign could be of a tiger. We got an Aries. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be coming in, yeah, to try to offer some type of resources and stability for somebody. It could be somebody that somebody, you know, somebody that somebody admires could be trying to come in with some type of resources and stability. But just be aware of, yeah, like that gift with that Five of Wands. We got a rat. So somebody's Chinese zodiac sign could be of a rat. The long-term card came out. So yeah, something's been going on for a long time. We got a twin flame. So there's a false flame and a twin flame out here. Somebody definitely, yeah, controls a false flame over a twin flame. But yeah, the same old story, you know. We got a Scorpio. So there's a Scorpio involved. There definitely, yeah, could be an investigation. We got a masculine energy. Somebody's Chinese zodiac sign could be of a goat. We got a Virgo. Yeah. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be coming in, trying to come in to nurture and support somebody. There's also somebody that definitely, yeah, could be, you know, like blocked from social media. But this is some, you know, they could have committed some type of criminal activity on social media. But somebody definitely, yeah, could be blocked from social media for sure. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be mad, you know. So, like, somebody, you know, that, yeah, like, they do something, you know, on social media. So, somebody could be a content creator or whatever they do, yeah. They possibly are blocked, and so they could be under financial stress. But it's a part of, yeah, like, the bad behavior that's bringing, yeah, bad results. So, yeah, there could be somebody or some people, you know, that could be stuck in a cycle while somebody else is free. And so, somebody definitely needs to know that, yeah, there's an enemy disguised as an ally out here. So somebody just needs to know. But I feel like, yeah, somebody already knows. Yeah. There definitely, yeah, could be an ex-lover involved. And so, yeah, when it comes to that ex-lover, yeah, it's time to draw the line. So there could be somebody, you know, they could be trying to come back in somebody's life and they haven't changed at all, you know. Somebody's like 10 steps ahead of this person. And so, yeah, like they're trying to come back in somebody's life. But I feel like whoever this is, yeah, like they were a part of, you know, like coming against somebody. This is somebody that's under judgment. And they possibly, yeah, could just be trying to, you know, like get out of, you know, like the karma. That's for somebody, not everybody. But yeah. Somebody definitely, yes, it needs to, you know, open up because here comes the blessings. And people know it too. That's another reason why they're shook. So, as I always say, y'all, keep your head held high, your middle finger higher, and everything's going to turn out in your favor. With that being said, y'all, that's been your message. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.